Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
I'm gonna tell you. We, us, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I first. And I think that's good and wonderful amongst us and about us. I want to say welcome all viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe. Make way grow the platform. See? Successfully, we see various entities cast the shadow, the ghastly shadow of division over us. By introducing or engineering some type of mentality, some non-existent, some unfamiliar mentality amongst us and things like that. To observe them all the while. I man have a video where I want to show the item. Want to say big up yourself, General Nerville McLeod, big up yourself, Mark Springer, big up yourself, all of the item we tune in. Rasta, you see, the basis our destruction, our disunity. And day by day, we keep finding more and more reason to keep us divided, irrelevant, and unworthy of certain position. It's like we just play into the stereotypes day by day. See the American brethren, them have some new characterization when they start characterize black people after all of the discrimination we even them go through recently, even in recent time. And presently at this moment, the Americans are still one of the black people who go through one of the most oppressive regimes. Regardless of how, relaxed or accommodative they might appear to, like I said, appear to the thing. And them disparate in characterization, that makes sense. Seeing it's the connection between the Caribbean and the American. The closest connection the American ever have to any neighboring black group. It was just natural. Seeing the connection was always there. See? Now, the Caribbean go through the same, alright, not the same, but just, see, even now we recognize, we establish, say, even now, black people in America go through a stress and a struggle with government to get to a certain level. Seeing? Even them, a protest and a demand that. I've been protesting for a while, and I'll explain that too, because part of the splitting and the divide between themselves and Jamaicans. Among other things, come I'll show you a video in a minute where more than likely contribute to a lot of them sort of characterization of I people, of I people, them, because the guy can't characterize in a certain way. I'm gonna do that to people. Not do that to my own black people. I'm a joke thing that I know so we lacking, we were engineered to be deprived of self-knowledge, self-worth, self-esteem and all of them things. And anyone I also find themselves with head above water, certain water in terms of knowledge, we're supposed to split that even and don't even try our best. Don't even make it seem like say there's any ulterior motive other than wanting to communicate this knowledge. Share this knowledge, these thoughts, these ideas. See it? I feel like, I just my opinion that regarding the whole issue. You know, see? So it's a very, very we are one of the most delicate people in terms of knowledge, acquiring it, and believing what is being taught, because there has been so many trick and betrayal over times. And things like that. Seeing? So with the observation, so the stress and the struggle is even rife right now from we American brother them, recognizably in America. The American brother them have to recognize, say, look how blatant and brutal it is on the land where there is so much opportunity for it to get exposed or observed by far and wide different races and different nations of people. You know, see, just imagine how brutal is it gonna be. You have to amplify that at least 10 times. How brutal it will be in our land where it's just predominantly black people with no civilized, watchful eye of remorse or compassion whatsoever. You know, see, and have to observe them things and factor them things in as well. You know, see, the item have to observe all of them things when it come on to the politics of the item community within the United States of America, where you're in the belly of the beast and even afraid for commit crimes against humanity within him own states, within him own shores, within him own borders. You see, so just imagine what they'll do outside where no one is looking, Rasta. See, so when the item ridicule, style, characterize them own a black soldier, them, if we can make up the numbers and the struggle as well. We are come from abroad, we are come look some bread desperately, even coming from far more desperation where I them even observe, coming into a foreign land without welfare, where the item already secure for themselves and a collect from the state that is so oppressive and is being boycotted by the item in essence. Hence the reason why the item not to follow it up, which is the difference between Caribbean people and Black American, because Caribbean people will come and they run go work for the state and white people. You know, see, but also the item of a factor in say black people not have no industry in America for hire nobody anyway. Me I go show you part of us now. We can relax back the atmosphere and the reasoning and balance out thing. I'll just show you a video and then I'll continue with my American them and I deal with the own self as Jamaican. We not take no praise, we not see it, but we have to the thing have a balance in order to move the race from the stagnation where it's in a rasta. Everybody else have to usually find a common ground where them unite and in numbers. You know, see it? You know, see it, Rasta? Why we always find further reason for divide. Names and slogans and characterizations and separatism and division and things, some things where from in a Hitler time, them things they go on. And them things that we are come practice by ourselves here now. You know, see it? Is in a recent year, a little black female student in our classroom in a London Rasta, and the man them say them smell weed on the girl. Stereotype her. She black. Weed is associated as a black drug mainly. Yeah, so calling the police, teacher them calling the police, search the little girl. Strip search the little girl was having her period. Seeing? And she had us to remove even her sanitary napkin and things like that. Seeing? For the benefit of the police, them satisfaction. Child, an underage black child, you know, see, while we there still create further divide, while we feel unite, so that's people afraid to do them type of thing to anyone anywhere in the world, because we have an understanding, we have a common ground where the whole of we unite pan, and what them do one in another state here, we affect somebody else in another state there, Rasta. As so groups develop, as so people acquire power. Power come in numbers first and then finance. They don't buy land and deal where we are dealing. This tug of war and wanna be best only approve slave syndrome, the slave master Willie Lynch syndrome, where we all want to be the best. And by being the best, I mean only among us as black people can we be best. And it's beaten in our psychology to even live and believe that as well. So we only try to be best amongst our one another's. We not try. We know so we are an adversary for nobody else. See, so it's even in most of our interest to create subjugation and create inequality and poverty and them things, so that's where we have people for look down upon. You see, that's an extreme way of looking at it. But it also it's the same mentality that benefits a one to look down and create deprivation and certain things for him own people, because at the end of the day, it's a thing amongst us. It's a thing that we do. You see, discredit and belittle each other. You see, we take more. It's like we have a sick, sadistic, a social sadistic mentality. Mama play that video here. Because it's go on too long, you know, I'm going to introduce it here.
What school do you know about them? I mean, I feel kill about them. My friend and my brother. It's hot, brother. You know, see the pussy by your finger. Oh, OJ, says we go over the pull up the bar. OJ, says we go over the bar. Take a second in my pocket, so my nose is somebody got dead. The fucking money in the traffic. Pussy them to stop it, and I see the one of them are broken. Can't tell about them, and I know about them. I mean, I feel kill about them. My friend and my brother.
Yeah. Now, when people see Jamaican in a dance, Caribbean people in a dance, we see them come from poor country, come and move them where, you know, like Papi show. Now, let me tell you this. You have all type of people everywhere, you know. Clown everywhere. You know, see? Clown everywhere, Rasta. So I don't want to see some man and feel like some man militant because them have money, or because them can burn any sip on the ground and things like that. So this is a representation of what Jamaica need now. See? Here what? We don't control the media. A black American have more control over the media than any other black man. You know, see, because in the country where him come from, and that's what originate the movie, mean Hollywood, the movies and all of that. See, and them have the most degrading characterization of us. Anytime you watch a film involving a black man, there is no, you can't get no strength from it. See, that's why Black Panther, who is an imaginary character, who play an imaginary character, a fictional role, is the biggest movie of all times. You see, because, you know, it strikes on nerves where the youth something to believe, something to feel good about themselves, even though it's a comic book, it's a white man's imagination of the whole thing. You know, see it played out by some black actors. You know, see, there is no movie, not even we no create no uplifting movie, not even we sang them no uplifting again. You know, see, and the eye them is in control of all of them thing there. You know, see, the guy them, the big distribution label them where distribute regular a water down the business or buy out the business and water down the message and everything. Them they right on the phone foot and them a water down phone music and everything. See me, they are the ones who are in control. The same CIA come to Jamaica and destroy Jamaica right on the phone foot them left from come do it. You know, see, and the eye them not say nothing. The item not protest about them thing that the item, when the item reflect upon incidents like these, even the item absorb it like a victory for the item state. Same way, the item don't look on it like say, the item a create, the item own disgust when you observe it. Because everybody did that with them, they are right, you know, if they never get upset, like if our banana never gets stolen from right underneath us when England give us the contract for right now on the phone now kissing the teeth. So I mean, man, a hustler, man, a bad man for run the banana. Well, yeah, when Jamaica now come there, clown from Jamaica come there, come work all in life and buy NSA and burn it on the ground in front of one because you could have loved that with Jamaica. Because you have all sort of minerals, all sort of everything. You see it? So one way or another, if you don't take that, obviously you're not prepared to take the influx poverty, we are going to come behind it as well. You see it? And nobody no protest against them things and put up them and say stupidness that Jamaica have a way with them usually Jamaican freedom fighter never self-absorbed. You see it for them fight usually mostly since slavery done, other people business we fight. We got Haiti, we got America, we got everywhere. Go fight the struggle. You see it everywhere. South Africa, reggae music is the only superpower, only black superpower in the world, and Jamaica have that. Essentially, Jamaica becomes the only black superpower because Jamaica are the only place in the world where cracker influence on the rest of the world other than Britain and England in this time. Do reggae music and dancehall, and that's undeniable, Rasta. And if we keep denying them things, we are shut down one of the only medium of communicating and influence as black people. I mean, if you shout at the item like I'm being disrespectful, because like I said, to certain fragility, certain level of fragility, when it comes down to our ego as black people, give the facts, well then, we are better than them, eh? They are not even supposed to tell us anything, much less castigate us, chastise us, or rebuke us. You see, it is a beaten concept, a concept that was beaten into us by the slave master. You see, a Will Lynch type of syndrome will keep us reversing because we see the key to a success and refuse it because of the entity or the era where it come out of. You understand? In our mind, we can ridicule and belittle it, make ourselves look better. So these are the things we have to observe as a people. We have to take responsibility for position, for the Almighty place us on the property, and how we procreate ourselves in regards to the reorganization of our humanity, our self-dignity, our self-esteem, because when I observe it is the same thing affect all of us right across the board. The man them work on with self-confidence and with self-esteem. This is what it was all about. The Arawak Indian them, the same Taino them, the Mexican them same when I plant the sugar cane them and the cotton them right now, they were always there. They could have been doing it all along. I lie them I tell. When them I said they need black people to come do that. This was to engineer a certain set of people to be subdued, Rasta. This is what the science was all about. It's in its essence. You see, we have to reverse that if we and it's an active part of the science. For them part was strategy of the science was for them rub some butter on some of our mouth, give them more prominence, give them more privilege and things like that. You see, and in order, influence them in a way where in order to maintain that privilege, you better talk down and keep the, you call these like the bucky master boy them who get more out of the slave when the master gone and leave him in charge and get twice the amount of work with the master desire. You see? So you have this type of mentality as well. This was part of the strategy to be careful of the ignorance that is being engineered amongst the item. You see, I do not agree with the I strategy about moving forward, the process of moving forward as a group, as a black group. You see, the item can design them own, but I and I have come up with certain observation, Rasta. These observations are minor. compared to the level of psychology that might be at play. You know, see it? But nonetheless, they are valid. You know, see it? And them things that we have to pay attention to. You know, see it? These type of attitude, like what you see in the video and things like this, is part of the engineered science process. You know, see, we keep making this 500 years or 2,000 years what it is, like it's something, it's like another day, like it's a tomorrow, it's just, and nah, this have a well, it couldn't be this way, come on, we are still powerful people. Nobody in the cipher the hieroglyphics them or the science of the pyramids them to this day, Rasta. You know, see it, so we can't dare belittle ourselves with brain, the force, the power we have in our brain that created these things a while ago. You know, see, we can't, you know, see, cause them thing, you know, them thing all out in the atmosphere, you know. Them thing are just something for the right breeze blow, you find yourself in the right position, the right point, and the spirit will take care of certain and they just come back to you and you're free again, you know. You know, see it? I saw them thing they go. This knowledge is yours. You already practice it embedded in your DNA. You know, see it? Yeah. You know, see it? I saw them thing they go, Rasta. You know, see it? This is our problem, our biggest problem. You know, see it? Because for the most of it, when me hear say Yankee, Jamaican calling Yankee or anybody calling and Black American a Yankee, it's offensive. And you know, so the first me I know that me did ignorant of it at all the while. Because me have all brethren, Black American over here will move and live over here and a Yankee I nickname over here. Yankee. He might watch this now and he might bust out a lot. But we never know it was offensive. So I see the man them now publicly I take offense to it and things like that. And I've never heard a Jamaican say it hurts a Black American when they call him a Yankee. We never hear Jamaican more say it, and they never say it with a disrespectful undertone when they must say it either. You know, see, it's like me say Jamaican use certain word descriptively if make a man know what I talk about, you know, something we can definitely describe you, so it's a mistake to say. You know, see, because we have problem with remembering name and things like that. It's a very bad habit we come to recognize when we live abroad and things like that. You know, see, but yeah, I never ever I hear anybody say it and think to myself that that person meant it disrespectfully. Never. You know, see it, so it's a recent development again. You know, see it probably through some level of ignorance why that wasn't communicated or established. You know, see, some reason why I don't know. You know, see, but after decades, after a lifetime of relationship, this is the first time I ever hear about it. You know, see, so them little thing, some little thing where for anybody else, any race of people, any other race of people, it would be considered trivial, becomes, you know, a serious issue amongst I and I regarding the connection. You know, see it. You know, see it. I don't, cause you have, like me say, you know, you see the struggle, the black struggle is $1 billion entity, you know, money making scheme in a Rasta. So you have black man who with prominence, you know, who have them plan, detailed plan, engineered, them are constantly derail the process. You know, influential people, very influential people, to people where I and I could admire to a certain degree, because like me say, everybody know what poor people are. This is not just black people. Everybody know what poor people are. Black people more than anybody else because we more predictable. We are organized and fragmented, that's it easy for predict what we are going to do next. And that a riot. That a go riot and wait and play. You know, see it? So what them can do is save up the money for repair the city first. And then this way. And then at the end of that, you know what them do? Them get for gentrify. Them use that as a reason for gentrify the city. The council, the baron don't want us there anymore, so them throw you out and further fragment us at some country place, some country village. You know, see it? And ban you from the city there as well. So you can't even come back there on your own, come family, no structure of such. Stay away. You know, see it? Yes. That is the black reality in Britain. You see, strip a little schoolgirl naked even when she a protest without her family present because you suspect, because you smell weed. You claim say yes, a weed alone smell, so. No, we are just, them know say all we are going to come do are just burn 2 car and block 2 road and rare, and that would have create more distraction for again. You know, see, obviously, because probably something else have come to light where them not really want to jump out. You know, see, now Putin thing I get we call it climatized. That's so things, that's so life going on. People climatize to the atmosphere while going around them, you know, just know say your life goes on, you know. Something that was terrifying last week is not as terrifying this week, you know, Rasta. You see, that me I tell Putin say you hear bam talk and all them thing the Rasta. You never really fears I. You know, see it, cause you know, you have more to lose than I. You don't have nothing, Rasta. You know, see, people who have things to lose get threatened with the thing them where you are threatening people with, Rasta. You are threatening yourself. You know, see. So, with them to pay you no mind. You know, see. So, and that's the thing, the Rasta. You know, see. And while we take a lot of blame for ourselves by getting distracted, you know, see, we would like everybody to take for them share of blame, for them share of complacency, for them share of complicity. You know, see, because if you sit back and observe certain things and go on and claim say you fight a struggle, you fight a struggle within yourself. You know, see, the most of your struggle is self-absorbed, it's concentrated within yourself, and I not gonna without you. The Netherman, the African not gonna without me and you and the whole of us together. You know, see, so them thing I beat us back, and I feel like some man is very much aware of what they are doing. You know, see, some man I get some serious check for maintain the divide. You know, see, and them thing you have to pay attention to, because not only is it profitable for them to maintain the divide, but the people who are paying them see 100 times how where them I get. There where them I get is some change, but because we not used to nothing either. I have much going. Or much resource, because the little girl where them disrespect all and that, and we don't have no medium where we can step to that and say, yo, what kind of thing that gonna knock some boy door? We can't do that. You know, see? So, you know, we desperate. So when a guy come run and rub a little butter over one and we face individually, we quick for jump for that, because we not used to nothing. You know, see? We don't used to know we didn't ask a question, because we think so we never work for that. First thing we think it easy come, easy go. You know, see, because where you can get away with it unsuspicious. You know, look on the value where it is to whoever want you do that. You know, see, you know, look, you know, you know, look on the damage where it all costs you, where it all costs you if you get caught either. You know, see, because if black people catch you and do that, you know, enough people don't believe, even this one I say people go to look on it like one time chatting. You know, see? But remember, you know, I'm telling you, no safe when you get caught in a serious thing. I was something going on here in Africa, they were sick with them. You know, see? You know, see it? Yeah, man. So, yeah, them to pay attention and stop be the basic, the most powerful device among us as a people. You see, this difference, this recognized difference that is being embraced, you see, and up against, and it's being embraced in a way like, so well then, if we prove today that oppress all of us that we are different, things might get different or better for us. Just like how it is for people, black people who join the LGBT, LMNOPQRSTUV community. It's better for them because you can't, it's like You know want it care what you think about them blackness, you know want violate them element of PQNRS-ness. You know see it, you know want violate that. So whoever it is, a bigger judgment that come down upon you for violate them element of PQRSTU business than for go violate them blackness. You know see, and I saw it go for black women and feminism again. You know see, you easier violate them black, you know want give from them as a member or actively recognizably, or even in a them time, black woman get a more recognized position than the black male because of the feminist movement. You know, you have that big feminist thing that we are stand up for black woman you know too as well, and it's stronger than anything with the black movement have to go up against. So black woman will gladly, so now the black man becomes a pariah because the black woman look upon that as a savior. Something will come save them long before the black man did. Rastafari. You see, and these are scientific measures that are scientific spanner which show in the framework to upset the apple cart, and we add to it by labeling each other and creating device and things like that further, because of our learned one, sometimes and most educated ones and ones amongst us who instigate them type of thing. You see, because this is the only way they can get free exercise them abilities, them acquired abilities. You see, because them already get corrupt by the educational system anyway. You see, and this is only way them feel empowered without upsetting the other apple cart will really create the mindset from which they are off the selfishness. I hope you understand what I say. You see, so them people are usually some highly skilled people who literally sit down and orchestrate, pencil out, step by step, these manipulative moves and measures. You see, because for the best of it, we still struggle with self-esteem as a people in general. You see it. So I give thanks once again. You see it. Share, like, and subscribe. You see it. Rastafari.